Good morning, first years. My name is Professor Michael. I'm going to be putting that name on the board. But you can all call me Mike for short, and I'm your professor for advanced calculus. Trust me guys, this is going to be the easiest course that you'll take this whole semester. I've been teaching this class for the last 20 years. They're going to fail. I've been teaching this class for the last 20 years. Very few people pass advanced calculus. I just say it's easy because I don't want to crush their morale. Plus, I still love my job. I still want my job. To be quite honest, it's guys like Professor Michael at times that make you hate college lectures. My name is Keith and I'm an engineering student here at the University of Oxford. And today I'm going to be ranting about college lectures. I'm going to be talking anything that comes to my mind, so I hope you enjoy. A uni mass lecture. Okay, think of it like this, right? It's a big theater where you have 100 plus seats, and on one side you have students sitting, and on the other side you have a projector and a screen. It looks like a movie cinema, I know.
And look at all these seats. There's lots of places for people to sit, so lots of people can come and watch the movie at the same time.
As the lecture progresses, you're actually talking and interacting with the professor, but you're not really engaging with them because they're the one talking to you. It doesn't really go both ways. And it's very easy to lose track of time and actually zone out because they go by so fast. Sometimes you can actually sleep, or sometimes you can find college students playing games or on Instagram because they've just zoned out. But if you realize something, I'm making an assumption that you actually made it to the lecture itself, because guess what? One of the hardest things about actually attending a college lecture is actually attending it. Right? It's very hard to get up in the morning. 7, 8 a.m. lectures, very brutal.
Gosh, man, time for my first class of the day. Oh, it's been such a long day already. Okay, next up is class number 2. Man, I need some coffee.
Don't try that unless you're like an early bird waking up at 4 a.m. or something like that. They're going to kill you. If you have a choice to choose your lectures, please put them like at 10 a.m. or later. I don't have that option, so I try my best to attend as many lectures as I can. Sometimes, to be honest, I do sleep. And there have been a couple of lectures I didn't attend because I was too tired to actually go. So be very careful about morning lectures if you have a choice. But anyways, as lectures start off, they always start in week 1 with a little bit of an introduction. You get to see the different lecturers that are there. Some lecturers are very funny. Some lecturers sit in weird positions.
Sometimes it's rationally acceptable to do something, but it's immoral.
Some lecturers are actually very discouraging. They make you think the course is extremely difficult.
Here is my goal. Right now, I am the only one who doesn't understand quantum mechanics. In about 7 days, all of you will be unable to understand quantum mechanics. Then you can go back and spread your ignorance everywhere else. That's the only legacy a teacher can want. All right, so that's the spirit in which we are doing this.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Maybe because it is. Okay, maybe quantum physics is a little bit difficult, but regardless, he could be more encouraging. At least it's funny. But, they start off quite nice and, the concepts will be making sense.
So that's how you can find the derivative. Do I have any questions on that?
And within a couple of lectures or a couple of weeks, stuff just escalates.
Yeah, welcome to lecture 9. You can take notes if you want, guys, but it's pretty tough. I don't want to lie to you. It's a very, very tough course. But I believe in you. You guys are very smart.
Stuff in uni gets so difficult so fast that you end up losing track of what's happening. You don't even understand. Wait, how did we get here? Now, college professors are actually nice people at times. They actually ask questions like,
Okay, guys, do I have any questions? Any questions? Come on, guys.
and to be honest, there are 2 scenarios, right? You've actually read the material, you're understanding where the lecture is going, and you actually raise up your hand and you ask a valid question. Another scenario, you're confused. Like, you don't even understand what's happening. Sometimes people don't ask questions because they don't even understand what just happened or where to start asking from. And, you're not alone. A lot of college students are actually confused by some lectures. They just choose to act and appear confident. And honestly, that's one of the tricks. Just look at the screen, pretend like you're simulating everything, give a little nod, you'll be fine. Because yeah, stuff can get crazy, and within a few weeks you start wondering, is this course really for me? Watching YouTube videos for inspiration.
Real engineers don't quit. They don't give up. People think that engineers are just people who are incredibly gifted, people who are smart, but there's more to it.
Yeah, I've been there. It's been dark at times, but anyways, as the semester or the term progresses, you arrive at two situations. Now, one, you're actually understanding what's happening. The material is making sense. You're actually attending the lectures. You're enjoying the material. The professor is making sense. Or scenario two, you're a little bit lost. So you attend lecture 5 and you don't get what's happening. You don't attend lecture 6. It's very easy in uni to convince yourself that one lecture won't make a difference. But guess what?
Once you miss a lecture at uni, there is no going back. It becomes a never-ending cycle. It gets to a point where you miss that many that you don't even know what's going on anyway, so you might as well not go in. Like people say intoxicants are addictive. Brother, you've never skipped a lecture. It gets to a point where you get dopamine from missing the lectures. But to get to this stage, it's so easy. You'll be chilling with your friends and you're getting a bit hungry. Let's get some food. It's on a PowerPoint anyways. That's the biggest trap known to mankind. I can do it online. The whole thing's recorded. You fully well know you're not going to do any of it when you get home. As a matter of fact, you're not doing it for weeks. You're not looking at that lecture ever again. But one night you'll barely get any sleep. You've got a lecture at 9 a.m, so you think, oh, I might as well sleep in. Just this one. That one time becomes an eternity. The lecture hall is never seeing you again. It's a constant time loop. You miss one while sleeping for the next one. Then you're getting a good night's sleep for the rest of your time at uni. In one lecture, you might be chilling on your phone. If I'm chilling on my phone, I might as well not be here. Don't make that mistake, please.
This stuff builds up, right? Like insanely fast. And the amount of stuff you learn in one lecture, guys, it's like 3 hours worth of content compressed into like 1 hour time slot if your lectures are 1 hour. And it's very difficult to actually follow the stuff as the lecture progresses. So if you miss out on lecture 5, you might miss out on lecture 6 and not understand lecture 7. And it's very easy to find yourself in this cycle where you're constantly not attending lectures because you're just catching up. It never ends. To be honest, we need to be better. To be quite honest, it's an area of improvement that if you actually read the material in advance, go to the lecture, actually understand what's happening, you can be on track. Sometimes as the lecture ends, you find yourself just packing your bags and going home. I do recommend trying to talk to the person next to you. It really does help. You engage with the people that you're sitting next to. You have a little bit of a conversation. It helps you get to know your classmates a little bit better. But if you're introverted, I have just the trick for you. It's very easy. So you arrive to your college lecture at 8:59. Mind this, you walk in the room at 8:59 and you're going to find the seats at the end of the row unoccupied. Now that's where you're going to sit, because you don't have to be in the middle where you have to talk to people at the sides and blah blah blah. So you focus on the screen because the lecture has started. We're not going to talk, right? The lecture progresses and at 9:59 you start packing your bags. You put your books in. 10, you're out. You don't have to ask anyone to move out. You just go out and you go to the library, touch grass or something. I don't know what you do after lectures, but that's basically how you can survive not having to engage in small talk in uni if you don't like that. But I do recommend actually talking to your classmates. It does help to actually know the people that you're learning with and actually engage with them. It's actually pretty fun. One last thing that I'd like to leave you with is actually remember that lecturers are researchers first before they are teachers. Teaching is a skill, right? And sometimes some people are not very good at conveying the information that they have in their heads to other people. And that's okay, because you might not always encounter a very good lecturer. Lecturers are a wild card, right? Professors sometimes are good, sometimes they're not. And if they're not, to be honest, the solution is quite simple. Go on YouTube. You're gonna find some random guy explaining the concept.
So this video is for those of you who might be taking physics with calculus.
To be quite honest, that's how you learn most of the stuff anyways. Or you can look at a test book. They exist. To be honest, I haven't opened this test book ever since I got it from the library. I don't know. I need to start reading this.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Do try to read test books, and sometimes use ChatGPT. It really helps you to actually understand the concept that you're not getting, because you can easily give it a prompt and ask it to explain it quite simply, and you can learn on your own most of this stuff. Do exercises. There will be questions that you can try out. Ask upperclassmen for material if your university doesn't offer you practice questions, and you'll be fine. right? It's nothing to worry about. Not all uni lectures are going to be quite helpful, and to be honest, that's one of the best ways you can actually survive uni. Learning how to teach yourself, learning how to learn, to be honest, is quite a skill. Quite difficult to learn, but it's not impossible. But overall, this was my little rant about college lectures. Do I think they're useful? Definitely, but it's subjective. Sometimes they're not as useful and they can end up actually wasting time, right? So my advice: sleep, like, and actually sleep good amount of hours, eat, drink some water, exercise, read the notes, guys, before you attend the lecture. And as you attend the lecture, you'll be able to see that things will make sense. You can raise your hand at times and actually gain more clarity as the lecture will be progressing, because sometimes lectures can be fun. It's not all the time where they're actually difficult. Sometimes they're actually pretty fun, and university is a moment to actually discover yourself, learn how to learn. And that's one of the most valuable skills you can learn from university. So even with bad lecturers, you'll be fine, because you're actually learning the skill how to teach yourself. With good professors, you're actually learning the stuff itself from them, which is, to be quite honest, a privilege. So you win either way. If you love college lectures or if you hate them, let me know in the comment section below and I'll be sure to reply. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.